When you left journalism and went into politics,
Well, I didn't do that straight.
well, tell me about how did you do that?
Women were beginning to stay in the workforce a lot more and to not take very much time before and after having babies. And I left the paper and told them I was not coming back about 2 weeks before we thought Susanna was going to be born. The city editor and the night city editor worried about assigning me anywhere where I would be more than a few blocks from the paper or the hospital, which was not very far from the paper, actually. We were both in downtown Atlanta. But before I left, I had decided that I wanted to stay home with my babies until y'all were up far enough that I felt like you would be comfortable, probably in at least nursery school and maybe further than that. Jody Powell was President's press secretary during the White House years and before that during the campaign. After the election in November of '76, Jody called and said that President Carter wanted me to come and write speeches for him. And I told Jody that I had never written very many speeches, and he said, "That's fine. He wants you to come write speeches for him." And I told him I needed to think about it. And Jeff came home that night, and I told him. And I was thinking I should tell him no, because my children were too little. I thought it would be too disruptive for the family. Your daddy had gone to Philadelphia because he wanted to work there. He had he'd gotten a large increase in pay. He was doing things that he wanted to do. When I told him that the president wanted me, he said, "You got to take it immediately." There was never any doubt, apparently, in his mind that this was the thing to do. And I said, "Well, what are you going to do if I do that?" And he said, "I'll get a job in Washington."